If you're gonna present yourself to anybody, or if you're gonna be a value add to somebody else's life, then you gotta
You
be.
gotta sort yourself out.
You gotta sort yourself out. You don't
Yeah.
bring your, bring your
Totally.
problems to somebody else and then expect them to solve it.
Yeah,
They are not like
agreed.
therapists or something. This person's an accountant from OCBC. Like, how is she gonna deal with your existential crisis?
Let's talk about your stand-up comedy.
Yes.
And like what I mean, first of all, I admit that I think it's one of the scariest things to do in the world.
Yeah.
It's live, you gotta be funny, you've
Jane,
got,
please don't ask me what inspires me.
no, I'm not gonna ask you what inspires you. I'm gonna ask you like which part of the process is like super stressful and how you get past that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna just have to try and gather as much confidence as I am saying this, because there are certain role models in my life that I
Yeah.
look up to, that I wish I could become.
Okay.
And I wish that I want to become them so much that I embody their character, their gestures, their set of thinking, all of that. Like Jay-Z once said, and it's such a bad sentence to start with. Jay-Z once said.
No, it's great. He's a pretty cool
I'm
guy.
such a hip hop head. It's disgusting at this point. Like, I look at myself, I'm like, what is it? So, they always they asked him, like, how do you do a lot of these cool things, or say a lot of these cool things? How do you do it? There must be a lot of pressure because you always have to say cool things. And then he goes like, ain't no pressure, man. I just do it. So I try to like get that confidence for my stand-up also. A lot of the times also I feel like, my material isn't funny enough, or my material sounds a bit juvenile, or like things that people criticize my comedy for, I am aware of.
Okay.
But then this is the most authentic version of me right now.
Yes.
That is what I try and put forward, which I have to be okay with if people criticize. You see, in stand-up, right, if people criticize you, people don't criticize your art, no. People criticize you. They hate you. They don't hate your joke.
Yeah.
They hate you.
It's personal.
It's very personal.
Yeah.
So the hate that comes towards your way, like, you can always say Harry Styles' music is good or bad, or for a musician, you can separate them from the music. But like for stand-up, it's kind of it's attached. Sometimes I do feel like the darkness, right, is something that creates balance with the amount of light that you're gonna give to the world. If you're gonna give happiness to people, then that comes with a price for yourself also, because you are giving something, right?
Yeah.
And that price may be at the expense of your happiness. But I try and find my then I decided, okay, I cannot find my happiness from being on stage and getting the adulation. I have to find my happiness within, by myself, somewhere outside, right? In the form of hobbies or small goals, or things like that. And honestly, man, it's been a concept that I only learned in my 30s. I wish I knew this in my 20s. And I had to go through like a massive ass heartbreak for me to like rebuild my character from scratch.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because a lot of things, you feel very immortal when you're in your 20s. You were like,
Right.
I have taken over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you reach your 30s, you're like, now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
Exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Heartbreak.
Yeah.
So that was a little while ago.
That was a little while ago. That was like about a year ago. A year plus, I think. Yeah.
No, I mean, you mentioned
Yeah.
it. So I'm sure it's hard. It was hard, and I'm sure it affected you in many, many ways. It's still affecting you now. And how are you dealing with it? Because everyone goes through huge heartbreaks in their lifetime, How has that been for you, and how has it affected your work? Yeah.
Honestly, man, it's been my first major one, because like I feel like I've learned a couple of things. Number one is that everything you do in life has a price.
Okay.
It has a price. If you were, for lack of a better description, if you were a person that did not take other people's feelings into account before,
Okay.
right? That will come back to you in the future when you decide to commit as much as the person that did to you before.
Yeah.
So I decided, like, for that relationship, I decided, like, you know what? This is when I'm going to commit 100%. And to be fair, we both tried. So we tried to a point where we were like, where she got the courage to be like, you know what? I've already tried enough. I don't think this works. I think we're completely two different people, and we need to go our separate ways to grow.
Yeah.
And the heartbreak in that was really just the ego of like, oh man, I thought I had this, and the whole idea of like, oh no, there's this dream of this life that you wanted to build, and now the whole plan go back to zero. And then you're like, oh, what's gonna happen then, right? Yeah. But to come out of that is really character building. It's like kind of like you have to now look inwards and go like, okay, if everything failed, then maybe you're the crazy one lah. So, maybe you need to review your, you need to review your stats, bro, and then like maybe change it a little bit, see where you can tweak, learn to empathize. I learned to empathize a lot, and like at the end of the day, sometimes we're in entertainment, we see each other a lot, and I thought that there would be a lot of resentment and hate seeing it, but honestly, man, it was how cliche they say, like when you love somebody, let it go. It really
all
is
real.
It really is. You really have to let it go. You really have to. It's not ownership. It's not ownership. And I had to learn that. My male ego had to learn that. My male ego had to like, what do you mean I don't own her? But learning that, like it just makes you grow so much. It makes you understand the true meaning of it. It's just that. Sometimes you share a good moment with someone, and sometimes that moment has an expiry date. Yeah. Yeah. And then when it's not that you guys weren't meant for each other, it's just you were meant for each other at that time. And then now the time has passed. And
gosh, that's a lot of maturity. That's a lot of like mature talk there.
I mean, it's I can see how it's surprising, given the aesthetic. But
no, that's good. I mean, well, how are you now though? How are you feeling about it, and what's your mental state of mind?
Okay, coming out of something that dark, right? And I don't mean to like romanticize or dramatize this, but it was really an experience that was pretty dark. Coming out of that dark space, right? It's a fulfilling feeling for me, because when you're in
feeling,
because in that dark space, like you always think that it's over. You're like, you know what, this is done, man. I mean, there's no way out. But there always is if you wait for the right time. Okay. So I told myself, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna go through the same cycle of giving myself the same problem again. Like, oh, date another person, and then after that I figure out I have these problems that haven't been addressed. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay single for a while. And then decide on how to make me happy. And it's a very long process of deciding that, because it's not easy to make yourself happy in your own capacity.
Also, like, you want to know, it's hard to find out what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Sometimes you don't know what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And so that, in order to even get to that place, you have to like take time to like analyze who you are. Yeah. What actually like makes you in your insides happy, man.
Yeah,
because not everything.
Because you confuse yourself being happy from what other people think it makes them happy. So like you try and be like, because you want to blend with society, right? Or you want to like, or you're a people pleaser. If you're in showbiz, you're a people pleaser. So you want to. You don't really take a look at yourself and like, honestly, what just makes you happy? And try and focus on that.
Have you figured it out yet? What makes you happy?
It's still I figured out a couple of things that make me happy. I like my own time. I like cooking. I love cooking. Yeah, I love cooking. Yeah, it's been something.
What do you make?
Only Malay dishes. Only Malay dishes. Because I think to myself, if I'm going to travel, this is going to be functional.
Oh, yeah.
So that if I miss Malay food, I can cook it. That's it. I'm going to get Western food everywhere I go, or any other cuisine. But I got to be the ambassador of my cuisine.
Yes.
Right?
What do you make best?
What I make best? I make a mean butter chicken now. I make a mean butter chicken. I make a mean ayam kicap. Being alone, with yourself, and then the whole process of cooking and really, just being in that moment, helps you be present.
Yeah.
As cliche as it sounds, it helps you be present, and at the same time, it's very therapeutic. So I realized that the first step is to be happy is not to try and please people. If you try and please everybody, then that's your step to unhappiness. Yeah. I realized that. Yeah. So now I'm trying to unlearn that habit. Okay. Right? Because when you're in showbiz, you always want to please everybody.
Always.
Right? Yeah,
that's
always.
a problem that every one of us has, I think, right?
Yeah. So you have to unlearn that. I was like, okay, you don't have to people please. You just have to, be happy with yourself. And anybody that likes you just likes you for you.
Yes.
Right? And that's something that is still ongoing. Yeah. Okay. So to me, the greatest feat in my life is to get over that period of darkness. And I think a year is quite okay. Because a year, you have friends, you have family, and anybody that's going through anything that is like dark right now, or you feel like, okay, you just broke up with someone, or life is not giving you the right cards, and you feel like there's no way out, and you feel pinned. And I'm just here to say that it's not the case. There is always a way out. You just have to wait. Just wait for the right moment, because it feels like forever, but trust me, it's not. When you get out of it and then you look back and you're like, damn, what, I did that. I went through that, and the person that comes out of you experiencing all that is a completely new and improved version of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully, unless you decide to drown it out again by like getting into addictions, or going down a downward spiral. But if you get out of this, man, it's a pretty amazing thing. So coming back to that, I got out of that, and now I'm learning to like love myself again. Which is good, because like if you're gonna present yourself to anybody, or if you're gonna be a value add to somebody else's life, then you gotta
sort yourself out.
You gotta sort yourself out. You don't bring your bring your problems to somebody else and then expect them to solve it. And they are not like therapists or something. This person's an accountant from OCBC. Like, how is she gonna deal with your existential crisis?
Now, well, do you have a message for anyone? I mean, you can address the camera if you like, when it comes to taking your mental health, or like anything you want to say to...
Who do I want to address? I think those people who are watching this podcast or listening to this podcast, a lot of them are fans of you, right? Yeah.
I think of you too.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to listen to, I guess, Jean Danker in a different environment and a different capacity. I just want to say that if you listen to this, I don't know what you can take out from it, honestly, because it's about me all the time. But if you find something that you can use in your daily life from anything that I've said, I am really, really thankful and grateful for that. Like, I feel like I've done you a service, and I thank you for allowing me to do that. Yeah. Because to me, it's a selfless act when you make other people laugh. It feels great. It feeds the ego, yes. But at the same time, also it's for the fun of the room. To make the room fun, and it's a gift so much to be able to do that. I hope you guys had something to take away from this, and I hope this was enjoyable, and I hope you guys did, like, I don't know, stop halfway or something, or like give in to the 5 seconds ad or something. What are you guys buying? Toothpaste? Or the new Zelda game? I don't know. I don't know what's on that YouTube ad.
Thank you so much, Fuzz. This was excellent. But we're not wrapped yet. We have another part of this podcast.
Nice.
Where it's like a take a break segment. Okay.
Nice.
So listen. So this take a break segment. I don't know. You might want to break something after this, but it's meant for you to relax and chill. And you're looking intently at what's happening.
I know. I'm looking at the bowl. It's got a fish bowl.
Hang on a sec. So this
It's got a fish bowl. I know. What do you want to do, Jean?
So I remember. Well, and this is very close to your heart.
Okay.
One or two times I have ever dropped you a message just to see pictures of this, just to see you get riled up a little bit.
Oh, all right. I know where this is going. I know exactly where this is going.
And I thought that, now maybe we bring it in. We could start today to build a loving and kind relationship with otters.
I didn't think I was going to be cornered tonight,
So this is what I've got, okay?
Okay.
So now, come on, tell me, how cute are these?
How menacing.
Look at how cute this is. Oh my God.
Jean, this...
Fuzz, love me.
Jean, you are being deceived.
Wait,
you are being deceived by the aesthetic of these creatures. Like, look at that. It's ready. It is ready to destroy an entire nation.
Stop.
Look at it. It's ready to destroy.
So
look at this,
cute.
Guys. Can I have that?
Yes,
Do you honestly think that this is a good addition to Singapore, guys? Do you honestly think?
Look at that.
Do you honestly think? Look at it. Don't be deceived by this. Look. See?
It's so cute.
It's cute.
It's so cute.
It's one of those. It's one of those things that look cute, but like, it has pretty privilege, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
this has
yeah.
pretty privilege.
Yes.
you
yes.
know.
I agree.
And they are listen. You see, it captivates you, and don't fall under the spell. That's it. It's a spell. I tell you, it's a spell. You look at them, and then you fall in love with them because they make you think. They make you fall into a false sense of comfort.
So-
like, I guess they're harmless, and then they eat all your koi.
Well, I'm trying to change your feelings about otters today, and we have a fishbowl of like nice words that you can say to these otters. Maybe you can say whatever you want to say,
Okay.
or you can read whatever we have here. You can pick something, and maybe from today you could change, and maybe you might find them super cute.
Listen,
one day.
all I'm saying is, all animal lives matter. Okay.
Yes.
All animal lives matter. If we're gonna treat the otters so well ever
Yeah.
since they've been terrorizing this country, then let's treat the wild boars with the same level of respect, right?
That is true. I
You know,
agree, I
we got
agree, yeah.
15 NEA officers trying to tase a wild boar, while we got 15 of these guys crossing the Istana with an escort. Like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? As a nation, what are we doing? We're just gonna, listen, I'm warning you guys because we've seen them attack. We laugh at, they attack joggers and we just sit here and laugh. We just sit here and laugh.
That is true.
Right? Like it's nothing. Listen, what do I have to say to them?
I don't know. Well, you wanna. I don't
Okay,
know.
let me just pick
I
it.
mean,
Is this fishbowl meant for it?
well,
okay.
yeah. So I don't know.
This is such a NDP type of you know that wall where like those kids write nice things and then you stick it. This is one of those kids' arts. I used to love seeing you guys at the zoo, and now we get to see you everywhere. Let's respect each other's space and coexist happily together, okay? How PG is this? This is such a PG thing to say. You know? I feel like the guests of honor need to be minister for this kind of speech to even exist.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Well, yeah.
Okay, let me just get.
I'll let you at it. Do whatever you want to do.
Look at this. Look at this. What are we, victim blaming now? I know you sometimes attack humans in self-defense. We're victim blaming, guys. But I want you guys to know that we are not trying to hurt you, okay? Since when? They've been trying to hurt us all the time. They've been giving us shit this whole time. Also, damn, where y'all learn to fight, huh? Okay, triggering. Cause bro, one-on-one, I will whoop an otter's ass. Okay, I would not a chance. When y'all learn to fight, why are we giving this false sense of? And they come in packs too. They come in packs. They don't fight alone. They're not steady like that, right? They bring their gang all the time.
So Fuzz, we thought you can write like a little message or something of mental health related, mental wellness related to anybody who might be, you can take
I need to preface this before you see it. So I think I mentioned before that like whenever you want your ego to be checked, martial arts is a good way, and also comedy helps you understand how bad or how good you are actually. And sometimes you don't necessarily have to feel bad if you suck at something, because that's always the first step to getting good.
Yeah.
Right? And we have this thing that we say, in the community, is like embrace the suck.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's exactly
All right.
what I'm gonna say
I like that.
today. How you spell embrace? Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, anytime you feel that you're not good at something, you're not gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
And the first step is to embrace the suck.
Love it.
Okay? Always embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. I guess this only means that we haven't achieved what we meant to do. With
Fine.
this,
Look at it, right? Why wouldn't you fall in love with it, right?
It's
I know,
kinda
but
cute,
Look
lah.
at
It's
it.
kinda cute.
It's but there's too many of them, lah.
There's
We
too
need
many
to
of
we
I know first it was a bit triggering, so maybe you wanna. Well, we got happy stress balls.
Aw,
for you if you wanna.
this is nice.
Yeah. So
Happy faces. Right? I would like to think that they resemble me in a way.
they kind. Well,
Yeah,
they kind of
right.
do.
Like,
They kinda
yeah.
do.
Wow. these are actually
They're pretty good, right?
very, 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 very functional. I thank you.
Yeah, you can take
Thank
them
you.
home and
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're feeling stressed out.
I know,
Or when
right?
you're watching
Yeah,
back
yeah.
this episode of you talking about the otters, you can
Yeah, look at you. I go like, wow, otters. I hate them so much. Yeah, this is nice. Thanks, Jean.
Thank you, Fuzz,
Yeah.
for being here. And a big thanks to my village at Serangoon Garden for supporting this podcast as well. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you, Fuzz, once again.
Thank you.
See you next one.
Bye, guys.
From pregnancy till now, like at different stages, it just shows up. Like I say, some very often by surprise. And I mean, because I have done a lot of healing work over the years. I've worked with therapists, I've worked with healers, I have done meditation, I've done quite a lot for mental health, for my own well-being and stuff like that.